Hello, my name is Bill Haley, and this is for Haley2024 the Movement government reform ideas. Now, this video is going to be on judicial authorities, the court system, and specifically the rating system. So, within the competitive governance structure, I call it the competitive CRA structure, which is competitive regulatory agencies. That's competitive governance. We have a full structure, and let me show you and we separate all government power into 30 sectors. This is 5 of the sectors here, and the judicial authority sector, the courts, are within this sector. The full CRA structure is listed here. You have the governing side over here. You have the rating system side over here. So not only do we separate all government power into 30 sectors with completely different, distinct elected leaders per sector, we also have competitive governance per sector. So within the court sector, we have 30 sectors. Within the court sectors, we have the judicial authority sector, we have about 12 different competing governing agencies at the local, at the federal, at the state level, all 3 levels. Let me show you that this is a complete structure. We're talking about the rating system side, so you can pause and read through this if you wish to. You can pause and read through this if you wish to. The rating system, these are the rating agency, the rating system, and then finally the parent sector board. The parent sector board basically has authority to say what sector has certain authorities, so they make sure they separate the sectors properly. Then the rating system, that's monopolized representative control over everybody, where the rating system is they just take care of their members. And their members give them some governing authority. So let's go back to this real quick. Right now, we're just talking about the court system and the rating system. So the court is just the court. So you got the police officer separated out. You got the prosecutor separated out, even though they interact with the court system. And they have to go through the court system to prosecute somebody. And then only people who are properly prosecuted and convicted can go through the prison and correction system. It's all with proper oversight. It's complete structure. And so the court sector is competitive governance. So you have private sector courts, but they have to respect civil liberties. The law enforcement authorization will make sure they're well trained. They're well looked after. If they start violating civil liberties, their authority to act as a court gets pulled. So it's not a free-for-all. Free enterprise is never a free-for-all. They have to operate within the standards of civil liberties. Now, the courts can do a lot of things by becoming more efficient and having different procedures, but they have to respect civil liberties. They have to have proper procedures. They have to do things a proper way. So the rating system will be judging them on all these things. Now, the rating system is high-quality information from a wide variety of perspectives. Wide variety of perspectives is all you have to do is gather together with 5% of your fellow citizens within your locality, within your state or your federal government, and then you have a rating agency. That rating agency is a legitimate executive, legislative, and judicial powers, legitimate government powers, and that rating agency has authority to look with government power to look at anything that is going on dealing with the courts. And they can report back to the law enforcement authorization to take somebody's authority away. Or if they're doing things wrong, they can actually have a court system for fraud, abuse, self-dealing, and anything low integrity. So the court system has a boss as well. A judge is not the top of the food chain anymore. They're kind of the top of the food chain to a certain degree, but everybody has a boss within the CRA structure. Everybody has at least oversight, and they can be taken out if they are shown to have abuse, corruption, and the like. They get bribery or whatever the case may be with the courts and the judges and the clerks of the court and the whole 9 yards. So the court system is highly important in America and within the states and within to have good governance. So that's one of the main responsibilities of any society is to have a good court system. So you have the court system, competitive courts. If you want to call it private sector courts, you can. But the rating systems can have oversight, and you cannot go outside of the norms. and violate civil liberties. So there is a system to make sure the private courts are doing better. Now, private courts are mostly dealing with, it's not a free-for-all. Never private is definitely not, does not mean free-for-all. You have to respect civil liberties. To be able to force somebody to go through your court system, you have to have oversight, and representatives have a full system to determine whether somebody has to go through a court system or not. They have to have probable cause. You have a grand jury type of thing with people who are trained to do that. So anyway, there's a lot here, and this is specifically on the judicial authorities, the court system, and the rating system that can do proper oversight and shine light, write up analysis on who's doing the courts the best. And if somebody's not doing the court the best, and that analysis gets put out there properly, and the other they have to have a mandate to debate, and then people can go away from that court and go to a better court. So people will quickly go away from courts that are not doing things properly and go to the courts that are. And things will come into a good balance between the protection of the citizens as a whole, to take violent criminals off the street, but also protect civil liberties. Those who are in conflict right now, where you have such strong civil liberties that you never put somebody in jail, and that person keeps on violating people's rights by violating, killing, or raping or somebody, but they can never be put behind bars because of the such intense civil liberties that you can never prosecute them, because it never gets beyond let's say they have such a strong civil liberties that it's not just reasonable doubt, but it's beyond any doubt whatsoever, and nobody ever gets locked up, and they keep on violating people's civil liberties by individual hurting somebody else. Anyway, so it becomes a nice balance between the two. Anyway, 7 minutes already, so until the next video.